There's no better time than the present. The Kingdom of Cambodia is located in Southeast Asia, bordered by Thailand and Vietnam. Cambodia is a developing country with a growing economy. Cambodia offers an impressive and diverse environment, from the sprawling flat plains in the central region to the winding Mekong River, tropical rainforests, and mountainous regions, as well as the crown jewel of the Khmer Empire, Angkor Wat, an ancient city built in the 11th century by the Khmer Empire that brings millions of tourists to Cambodia each year and was recently voted one of the top 5 tourist destinations in the world. So whether you want to live in the bustling city of Phnom Penh or on the tropical islands of Coron, or if you even want to dwell among the temples of Siem Reap, Cambodia has something for everyone. But more importantly, Cambodia offers a great climate, a wonderful exchange rate, and most of all, the friendliest people in the world. Contact us today at Sincere Travel Services to schedule your consultation, and we'll help make your move to Cambodia as smooth and easy as possible. If you're considering relocating to Cambodia, there's no better time than the present. The Kingdom of Cambodia is located in Southeast Asia, bordered by Thailand and Vietnam. Cambodia is a developing country with a growing economy. Cambodia offers an impressive and diverse environment, from the sprawling flat plains in the central region to the winding Mekong River, tropical rainforests, and mountainous regions, as well as the crown jewel of the Khmer Empire, Angkor Wat, an ancient city built in the 11th century by the Khmer Empire that brings millions of tourists to Cambodia each year and was recently voted one of the top 5 tourist destinations in the world. So whether you want to live in the bustling city of Phnom Penh or on the tropical islands of Coron, or if you even want to dwell among the temples of Siem Reap, Cambodia has something for everyone. But more importantly, Cambodia offers a great climate, a wonderful exchange rate, and most services to schedule your consultation. What is going on, people? I got one person up in here. I guess that's me. But what's going on, everybody? This is entertainmnet Travels. Just decided to do a quick live. It's about, I knew it's super early. No, man, it's about 11:30 p.m. Back in the States. Um, Decided just to come on live. I know some people were expecting me to come on tomorrow. So let me just run a video again. See what happens. If you're considering relocating to Cambodia, there's no better time than the present. The Kingdom of Cambodia is located in Southeast Asia, bordered by Thailand and Vietnam.
Hey, what's going
Cambodia
on,
is a
family?
developing country with a growing.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on? This is Ed with Ed Travels. Gonna wait a few minutes to see who else gonna come in. If anybody's gonna come in, I know that this is impromptu. This is a little bit last minute, but it's a Friday over here in the beautiful kingdom of Cambodia. I went out to the temples. Went out to the temples earlier this morning with my man Sewer Lay. So if anybody's getting my iced tea ready, my beverages. So if anybody's heading this way to Southeast Asia and you want to go out and see the beautiful temples of Cambodia, I've got a great tuk-tuk driver. I got somebody that can take you. Uh, I definitely want to thank everybody for their love and support. If anybody's chiming in and looking, so let's just go
Cambodia
ahead and run it.
offers an impressive and diverse environment, from the sprawling flat plains in the central region to the winding Mekong River, tropical rainforests, and mountainous regions, as well as the crown jewel of the Khmer Empire, Angkor Wat, an ancient city built in the 11th century by the Khmer Empire that brings millions of tourists to Cambodia each year and was recently voted one of the top 5 tourist destinations in the world. So whether you want to live in the bustling city of Phnom Penh or on the tropical islands of Coron, or if you even want to dwell among the temples of Siem Reap, Cambodia has something for everyone. But more importantly, Cambodia offers a great climate, a wonderful exchange rate, and most of all, the friendliest people in the world. Contact us today at Sincere Travel Services to schedule your consultation, and we'll help make your move to Cambodia as smooth and easy as possible.
Hey, what's happening? What's going on, everybody? What's happening? This is Ed with Ed Travels, man. I'm doing an impromptu, man. I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning, my time, probably about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and the missus went out and checked out. I've been here for 5 years, but there was actually a temple that I had never seen before. There was a temple that I never been to before. So I called my homeboy, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here. I called my homeboy Sur Lay, who's a tuk-tuk driver, a really, really good friend of mine. And we went out to the temples this morning. We shout out to the temples, and let me share the screen here on Facebook. We went out to the temples this morning. So we were out checking out the temples. These are just some pictures that I took. Look at those hand carved reliefs. Look at what they did by hand. That's me and the missus, and this is at Pricon Temple. That's my boy Sewer Lay. Great tour guide, speaks decent English, give you a good price for the whole day, pick you up at your hotel, bring you back, might even give you some suggestions for food and entertainment. Solid dude. I've known him for over 4 years. Um, this particular temple used to be a school. That's me and Sewer at the other temple. So these are just some photos. These are some photos he sent for me. That's me and my girl and Sewer. Took a little selfie. Got some video from this morning. It was an absolutely beautiful morning. Look at this tree. Look at this tree that has grown up in here, man. How many years did it take for that to grow? That's just absolutely beautiful to me. That's amazing. I just wanna welcome anybody who's in here. Zoom to Thailand. What's going on, brother? Thanks a lot for the $5 super chat, bro. Thanks. Hey, Zoom. Matter of fact, I just got off of Facebook Messenger. I'm gonna be in Thailand next week, probably Wednesday until the following Monday. Gonna come down and check out BMT. If you're around, brother, let me know. Like I always say, I give the biggest props to you, man. You are out here doing it, man. It is absolutely shout out to Zoom. Bro. Thank you. I mean, you've been doing it in this space for a very long time, man. And I truly appreciate you. I don't even know what that is. I truly, truly appreciate you. All right, can you hear me? All right. I think I'm good now. Hey Zoom. I sent you that's my name in Facebook. Just hit me up on that. Or Aaron has my email. Aaron has my email. And just hit me up, man. And I can alternate those dates, man. I would love to meet you. Face to face. I'm right here in Cambodia, dog. So if you're gonna be back, if you're saying you're gonna be back on the 10th, I'll just move it back a couple of days. I'm flexible. I'll go with the flow, man. It's only like $133 round trip from Phnom Penh to BKK. And then I'll just head on down to Pattaya or meet you in Bangkok or whatever it is, man. We right here together. I would love to meet both of you, man, and collaborate and meet face to face. Talk about some things. And again, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. There seems to be a disruption in the whole passport bros thing, which I'm still trying to sit back and figure out what to make of it because I don't like labels. I'm not a huge fan on labels. Um, but if you call me a passport bro, cool. I've been called a lot worse things. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think I'm leaving that first week of May, but it's gonna be later on that week. I got to be back like the 13th for my daughter's graduation, but I'll be here that first week of May. If you come to Phnom Penh, I'll shoot up and meet you. If you come to see him Reap, just let me know. Yeah, I hate labels. People keep asking me, Ed, are you a passport bro? I said, well, shit. I've been called a lot worse, and it does cause division. I was over on Razor Ray's channel. Big shout out to Razor Ray's. And they was all over there talking about the implosion of the Passport Bros movement because Austin said that he's not going to be a passport bro anymore. And now there's an implosion in the movement. I'm like, come on, people. Are y'all being really serious now? There's going to be an implosion in something that's not even an organization officially. It's a way of life. And for brothers like Zoom who know how to move when you leave home, brothers that know how to move, respect the culture, Act like you got some doggone sense when you go somewhere. See, first of all, I think a lot of brothers are not looking at the fact that are not JM in the building, my favorite adversary with all the love in the world. You know, you my man. Hey, big shout out to JM. You know, to answer your question, JM says, "What is a passport, bro?" JM, honestly, brother, I'll say this. YouTube or the YouTube sphere loves monikers. They love abbreviations. SYSBM and all the red pill, blue pill, gray pill shit. I forgot what color the pills are now. So goddamn many pills. I don't even know what the hell they all mean. But passport bros, right? Passport bros, I think, took on the connotation of men of color that have the means, the ability to exercise their options abroad when it comes to dating, living, getting married, and starting businesses. Okay, so everybody ran with it. Now, anytime a group of brothers get together and want to do something positive, I'll say that again. Anytime a group of brothers want to get together and do something positive, there's always going to be some hate and there's always going to be some pushback. It almost goes back to that plantation mentality. And I don't care if I step on any toes. I'm just going to speak how I feel. There's always going to be some pushback when it comes to a bunch of brothers getting together. It's like that plantation mentality. When the house ninja or the mammy or master looks out in the field and sees a group of brothers together where they must be plotting to overthrow the plantation. So now, when you got the brother that went down to the DR and got stuck, what's going on, Eric? My man Eric up there in Alaska. Big shout out to Eric and Bill. When you got a group of brothers, so when you see a bunch of brothers getting together and talking, the master up at the plantation house, at the big house, is word that they're talking about plotting to overthrow the plantation. What's wrong? Brother's been traveling like this for years. I'm 52 years old. I've been traveling for 20 plus years, long before anything was called passport bros. I just roll with the punches. And I've always said this on my channel. It's bigger than just one person. When Austin came here to Cambodia and said something about walking street, I felt compelled to do a reaction. Go back and watch the video. I just sat back and said, there is no walking street in Cambodia. There's a walking street in Pattaya. There's a walking street in Angeles City in the Philippines. Those are the two walking streets I know of. Now, how you doing, Eric? I'm doing great, brother. I hope you're doing well. JM, he says, I did see a video of like 10 brothers getting off one of those tuk-tuks in Thailand. It looked kind of funny. Yeah, if 10 of them got out of a tuk-tuk, that's a lot. There's a lot of people in the tuk-tuk. But, when he did that video here in Cambodia, about Walking Street, I felt compelled to say something. Everybody's up in arms. I think today he put on Twitter, Awesome put on Twitter. Like I said, I was just on Razor Rays. Shout out to Razor Rays. Y'all go show him some love on his channel. That he's under no investigation in Brazil, regardless of what people say. And that's great. I don't want to see no brother jammed up for traveling. I really don't. I don't see any brother jammed up for any reason. But you got to be careful how you move. Here in Cambodia, I have seen businesses raided and shut down because of what they posted on social media. Because they did or said something disrespectful to the government or to the monarchy. There's still a king in Cambodia. So if you come and you say something out of bounds, there might be a chance you're gonna get hemmed up. JM says, even if he's traveling for the women, it's okay. He's a young dude. Just be upfront about what he's doing. You know what? See, this is, and I'm telling you, JM, I'm addressing this, to JM and everybody else that's here. Thank you. Is this. If I make a video today about going to Te Prasam, I think that's how you say it, Te Prasam Temple, and the beautiful architecture and the history, I might get 120 views. But if I go in here and talk about the divide in passport bros, or if I get on here and talk about the community and arguing back and forth with angry black women in the States, I'm going to get a ton more views. Now, let's bring in the reality of the situation. I'm retired. YouTube is not my main, is not, dude, the little bit of change I made on YouTube, like I told y'all the other night, I'll probably cover my StreamYard bill and I'll go ahead and donate the rest of it to the Anchor Children's Hospital. It's I'm thankful for everything that I get. But when you become a YouTuber and a content creator to the level that you've got 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 subs, and you getting, I watched the live streams of Sidian and Uncle D, shout out to Dennis Sperling, and I watched them cats getting $100, $200 super chats. You goddamn right, you're going to want to keep making content that's going to get you that type of money. Seriously, I'm not nearly at that level. So there is an inherent, an inherited pressure that you feel when you start making comment that's getting traction. When people start looking at your comment and it starts getting traction, you want to continue to make content that gets clicks, that gets views, especially if that's your main source of income. Yeah. So you put the thumbnails on there that got the mango with her assets hanging out. You put up all those type of stuff that's gonna get you clicks. I ain't mad. That's a reality of living in the YouTube space. But also with that comes responsibility. There comes a responsibility that comes along with that. Sorry about that. There's a responsibility that comes along. Come on, man. This light is tripping. There's a responsibility. You know what? If you're going out showing mangoes, if you're going out there showing the big booties every time, that's how he got jammed up in Brazil. And I pointed this out earlier when I was on the other live. Let's not forget about the feminists that really put him on blast in Brazil. You had that feminist chick that put him on blast about being an XCX tourist and talking reckless to those women. It's unfortunate what happened down there. I'm on my stogies today. It's Friday. But yeah. I'm not mad at the brother. My whole thing with him was watch how you move. Because they looking at you. They checking for you. And that was my entire thing. You have to watch that here. So my question to the chat is, and I'm gonna drop a link to the chat in a minute. If anybody, Eric ain't, you guys ain't never got on JM, you more than welcome. But I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think that this so-called problems with the Passport Bros movement is gonna interrupt anybody from traveling? Do you think now that people are gonna run away from wanting to be labeled a passport bro? Does anybody in here right now think that people are gonna run away from that? James says, from what I understand, this dude, yeah, if that's true, he should have enough. I don't know about how much he made. I know he was a barber. I don't know if he was a six-figure barber. I know he said one time that he had a very high-end clientele. I do remember him saying that in the video. But JM, bruh, I gotta tell you, man, if I got 100,000 subs and I'm getting 20, 40, 50, 200, $100 super chats, don't you think that I would want to keep, I would feel some sort of pressure to keep making the same kind of content? I'm just asking. If you pulling in that type of revenue that's going to be able to keep you liquid to the point that you're able to travel like that, wouldn't you, be kind of pressured to keep putting up that kind of content? I think that you would. It's just hard for me to. Eric, you say no. You said no, you wouldn't feel pressure to put up that content. So if you're putting up content that say, let me say, for instance, you're doing a stream that brings you in, let's say $2,000. While you're doing this stream, you get $2,000 that night from people giving you cash apps, Venmo, super chats that you wouldn't feel pressured to continue to make that type of content. You wouldn't feel pressured. It's like this dude also keeps lying and lying. Things are not adding up. He wanted to leave the U.S. finds traditional woman, no girlfriend so far. Listen, man, I'm I'm um I'm very careful about calling names on people, especially people that I've never met. Um, you know, excuse my language. I'm not dick policing him. Whether he got a girlfriend or a traditional woman is his business. You know, I think that, and this is something, JM, if you agree with me or not, Austin is not a bad looking guy. He's a young, handsome, fit guy. And I think that one of the reasons that his channel started to blow up was because even maybe some of the ladies and some of the dudes were like, if this brother is 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 having to leave the US to go find somebody, then what the hell is really going on? He should be able to have somebody here in the States. That's what I'm saying. Eric says, I have 8 different income streams, on YouTube? And that's great. It's wonderful to have multiple income streams. I'm working on doing the exact same thing. On having all of them. Okay. I mean, shoot me a DM, shoot me a private message. I love to look at them. What I'm saying is tonight there got to be at least 4 or 5 different live streams that I've seen tonight that are talking about the downfall of Passport Bros. that there's a downfall. I'm looking at them right now. That there's a downfall, that there's an implosion, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. One dude makes a video and says that he doesn't want that label. He doesn't like that moniker anymore. And now all of a sudden there's a what? Everything's gonna stop. Brother's gonna stop traveling. I don't get it. You know, all the reports in the states, all the reports in the states, and I'll share this. I'll share this right here. All the reports in the states. Look what's happening now at the passport office. U.S. passport applications are backlogged again with wait times as high as 11 weeks just in time for spring break. Absolutely. Airborne all the way. Go ahead. Charles T in the building, making me change my hat. Charles T in the building. You making me change my hat, Charles T, all the way, baby. You making me change my hat, brother. Charles T in the building. When you hear that word all the way, you know exactly what it means. You keep your feet knees together. All the way. All okay, Jump Master. 1 minute, 30 seconds, stand by. Hook up, sign off for equipment check. Check equipment, check static line. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. 82nd Airborne Division Advanced Airborne School down there on Button the Road to get current and qualified. I'm going to get off my airborne thing. I can't help it. But to JM, no offense, but I'm not a passport. Hey, listen, man. Like me and Zoom Thailand. Thank you so much earlier for the $5 super chat, Zoom. Not just that, but me and Zoom, he said earlier, I don't like labels. Eric, listen, this is how I feel. And I was on BMT with my man Aaron. Big shout out to BMT. I was on the live on BMT's channel. Thank him so much for having me on. That I was like, no, you shouldn't change the name. Why? You change the name, then you bowing down to what other people think. You bowing down to the pressure and trying to be politically correct for everybody else. I'm a brother that has a passport. So call me that. Thanks a lot, Zoom. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks a lot, man. You're all the way back in the station. You still showing me love, brother. I truly appreciate it. I got to hit my man Charles T up. They need to get, yeah, exactly. They need to get it out of that. You need to get it out there. They need to. Absolutely. Zoom to Thailand. Thanks a lot. See, see, my thing is this. I'm not afraid to humble myself. I'm not afraid to bow down. I ain't gonna kiss nobody's ass, but I'm not afraid to bow down to somebody here in this YouTube space who's been doing it longer than me. And sit back and say, you know what, Zoom? Let me shoot over to Thailand because I'm right next door. I'm a 50-minute flight away. Let me make my reservations. Let me come over there. Let's sit down over a meal. I'll even break you off. I know your time ain't free, but sit back and give me some game on how to grow my channel in a positive way. Because there's nothing negative I can say about Zoom in his channel. He's a pioneer in this field. Passport Bro or not, he's a pioneer. He was doing this long before Passport Bro. Absolutely, he was. Now, you want to label him one, or even Aaron. Aaron, BMT goes out of his way to stay out of the fray. And I love and respect that brother for that. I came at him because I wanted to go after, one of the haters. And Aaron said, look, Ed, man, I'm not going to put that on my live. We're not going to even mention him. And if you mention him, I'm either going to, ask you to lead a panel or I'm going to edit it out. Just don't mention him. Because Aaron is keeping this side of the street clean. The brother's being professional about what the fuck he's doing. And that's what I try to do here. I try to get to know the guys that come in my live. Eric, JM, Lando Calrissian, Rubber Band Man, Unadulterated Truth. All of them brothers that come show me love. I don't forget that. Where else can brothers dwell together in unity? The world is already against us. And all this other shit that's going on the YouTube streets tonight, Ace and whoever it is having their issues, I don't even know the brothers, to be honest. So don't ask me. I have no comment. Don't ask me. Don't put me in it. I'm just trying to help brothers build a plan to leave the matrix. I'm trying to show you that there are other options. Thanks a lot, Zoom. And Zoom says, you talking about the groupie? Yeah, that's what he wants for you to say his name. Absolutely. I'm not going to do that. I mean, dude, hey, Zoom, I had this little hater, and I won't even say his name. He had his own little channel, bruh. What's going on, Brooklyn Kid? Salute, brother. Brooklyn Kid in the building. I had this hater, Zoom, and oh my goodness, him, the community, all of these brothers was in there hating on. I mean, dude, it was a hate fest. So I went in the chat and I said, man, how many of y'all got passports? How many of y'all will ever travel? They put me in timeout twice. And then they kicked me out the chat. Then the next time they did the live, they made it subscribers only. Well, I'm not going to subscribe to that channel. Hell no. So today when I'm out at the temples with my lovely young lady, we out at the temples. I just happened to look at my phone and I had a message from this dude, this content creator. And he's like, well, I guess you left the chat because you didn't want to smoke. He said, I left the chat because I didn't want to smoke.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Huh?
What the hell is wrong with you?
And I just sat back and I messaged him back. I said, look, bro, what smoke? What smoke are you talking about? Are you referring to? I'm a 20-year international traveler that lives full time in Southeast Asia. Negro, have you ever left the 20 blocks around your house? Come meet me in Thailand if you can afford the ticket. If not, then don't waste my goddamn time. And I don't even have time to respond to you. Brooklyn Kid. What's going on, Blue Book Gentleman? I like that term, by the way. I like that term. Big shout out to the Brooklyn Kid. First time I went to Brooklyn, I was in Best Stop. Eric. Zoom in Thailand. I'm listening One Night in Bangkok. Yeah, that is a great song. And the thing about it, Brooklyn is good to see you, Brooklyn Kid. Good to see you again. The thing about it, bro, is young brothers that are traveling. Now, you know what, though? Let me correct it. Because I was in Cartagena for 2.5 months last year. Let me tell you something. It ain't really got nothing to do with age. I saw old brothers in Cartagena acting ratchet. I saw old brothers in not Cartagena, but in Medellin acting reckless. Yeah, I like that too. Blue Book Gentleman. I like that too, Zoom. I really do. I saw brothers down there acting reckless almost regardless of age, but mostly younger guys. And it's the way that you carry yourself. Everybody sees you. JM, honestly, have I tried to reach out? JM says, have you tried to reach out to Austin to give him some guidance? Honestly, No, but I'm pretty sure he sees the videos or he's heard of the videos. It's not like this. It's a reoccurring topic on here. It's when I was down in Medellin, I sent him a message on IG telling him I was in town, but he never got back at me. Um, and I don't think it's necessary. I think he knows exactly how I feel. All he got to do is go back and look at the lives. He knows how to get in contact with me. Let me tell you some of the difference between men and women, gentlemen. This is the difference between men and women. A man sees himself in a younger man and is willing to try to drop some knowledge on a younger man so he can have an easier road than he had. Women these days see each other as competition. You got that 50-year-old chick battling with the 25-year-old chick for the same man. And that's one of the biggest differences. I've had older brothers that travel way longer than me that have sat back and pulled my coattail and sat back and said, Ed, you know, you need to watch the way you might move or the way you might say this. So to JM, I'm here. I've made myself available. If he's still in Phnom Penh, I'm right here in Siem Reap. If he wants to get in contact with me, I'm always available 24/7 if he wants to have a talk. I think he's a good young man. I think his heart is in the right place. I think he had some bad luck with that Brazil shit, especially when that she heathen, that feminist chick got involved in the whole mix, not knowing who she knows because she's Brazilian. That really sort of blew up his situation and took it out of context. That wasn't, that really all of that wasn't on him. But why we content, you know what? And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Fuck it. I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but how about the 57 fucking lives that we've had about just pearly things? About the white girl and the comments that she made about racism, about slavery. Let's talk about it. I heard them. I heard her comments, and they were deplorable. They were horrible, what she said. Anybody that has a white supremacist, misogynist, Holocaust denying Nick Fuentes, who's been banned from every media platform out here, damn near, and you have him on your show, and you don't have anybody on your show to push back against what he had to say, and you sit there and you caca and you kiki with him, and you laugh, and you're a white woman talking in the manosphere, that's not going to work out for you. At Zoom, there's one in Bangkok makes a man humble, one night in Bangkok makes a tough ass. Man, you guys are having a moment, Zoom and Eric. But just pearly things has been all over the black manosphere. They still talking about it right now. There are a couple of lives going on right now that are talking about just pearly things. But let me tell y'all Ed's view, since some of y'all decided to listen to my stupid ass. Let me tell you what my view is. Just Pearly Things is a white businesswoman. Let's keep it real. She's a white, conservative, capitalist businesswoman. She went to Kevin Samuels. Peace to the Godfather. Rest in peace. She went to the Godfather. She paid a couple of grand. She admitted it. She said in the video, Kevin Samuels read me up and down, tore me down, built me back up, gave her the keys to the gate, gave her the game plan on how to get into the manosphere. She took it. She hired people with a little money from daddy, and she got over 1 million subscribers. Facts. Now I got this question. Yeah, I listened to her content. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I listened to her content. But my question is this: to all the black content providers that are angry at just pearly things, didn't you have an opportunity before he passed away to get the same consultation from Kevin Samuels? But you weren't willing to pay the money? Is that it? Is it the fact that she had the cheese to pay for the keys to the gate? She paid for the keys to the gate. He gave her the game plan, obviously. She built her platform to over 1 million subscribers. So are some of these other black content providers pissed off right now because Pearly actually paid and they didn't want to come out of their pockets to pay him $1,000 an hour? Because I heard she charges $1,000 an hour for a consultation. She's a capitalist. She said, I'm a conservative, and she's a white woman that comes from a privileged family. What do you expect her to do? She paid for it. Kevin Samuels, to me, in my opinion, Kevin Samuels is trying to keep black families together. Thank you, Zoom. Kevin Samuels is trying to keep black families together. Kevin Samuels was trying to get these women's expectations. He tried to get them to stop being so goddamn delusional. He tried to get them to be realistic about where they stood in their sexual market value. Why the hell do you think Kevin Samuels used to ask them, what's your weight? What's your dress size? How tall are you? And do y'all ever notice? Did you ever notice that every time he asked what their dress size was, all them hyenas acted like they couldn't hear all of a sudden?
What the hell is wrong with you?
When Kevin Samuels used to ask him, what's your dress size? Woo! Say what? Say what? I didn't hear you. Say what? Say it again. Say it again. But he did it to all of them. But more importantly, let me go ahead and drop the bomb. Let me drop the goddamn bomb. Kevin Samuels was dogging brothers out for years before women started calling his platform. Kevin didn't call them. They were lining up to call his platform. And he didn't give them no breaks. He was always cool with them until they got into that standing bitch face. No, I'm not going to tell you how much I make. I'm not going to tell you. And then Kevin let him have it. Kevin let him have it. Kevin held up a mirror to the black woman or any woman that called his show. He held a mirror up to her. That's why he said, rate yourself. That's a hard thing to do. But let me tell you this. The difference between black men and black women. See, now, when I go to Thailand and I walk in the bar with Zoom to Thailand, when I walk in with Zoom to Thailand, I already know that I ain't the prettiest ninja in the building. That's Zoom's role. I'm the ugliest Negro in the building standing next to Zoom. I'm cool with that. That's how brothers roll anyway. We don't get hung up on that. But every sister thinks she's a 10. And you're right, Eric. She was smart enough to do that. Yeah. She's a white, conservative, capitalist businesswoman. Brooklyn Kid says they didn't want to hear what he had to say. But if it was a European guy, if that was Dr. Phil, they'd listen. And then you had them horrible ass hyenas. Laughing and dancing on that man's grave when he died. When he passed away. You had him laughing and dancing on his grave, which I thought was just deplorable, but it doesn't surprise me. I want other brothers to feel the freedom that I feel. I'm 52 years old. I grew up in the Los Angeles area. There were 3 gangs: Crips, Bloods, and LAPD. I know what it feels like to have them blue lights behind you. I don't have to worry about that in Cambodia. Am I concerned about my sons back in the States? You absolutely right I am. Yeah, you're right. They did do the same thing to Kobe. But Brooklyn, I will say this, even though I got my Kobe jersey on, I will say this. Kobe didn't listen. Kobe didn't even listen to the brotherhood. He never wanted to be, from what I understand, part of the brotherhood in first of all in Inglewood, and then we moved to Pasadena. I graduated from PHS, Pasadena High School, class of '88. But I grew up out there. I met Dr. Dre and them in like '86, '87. I met them at the swap meet. I used to go to the Slauson swap meet off Western. I used to go down there. In-N-Out Burgers, Fat Burger, and Lucky Boys in Pasadena. So Pasadena is where I claim, because that's where I graduated high school, Zoom. But I was there when crack hit. I was there. I was class of '88. So in 83, 84, when crack hit the neighborhood, I was there. My family lived in Compton. They lived in Inglewood. They lived in Ladera Heights, Baldwin Hills. I used to be all over LA. But see, Kobe didn't listen. You know what? If Kobe would have made a phone call to Melo or one of them dudes when he was up there saying, man, send me a couple of little, mangoes to kick it with or whatever. Or if he would have just paid the girl. If he would have just paid the girl a little bit of money and kicked her out, he would have avoided all that. Hey, no, you're talking about John Muir. John Muir High School was our rival. I lived off Lincoln Boulevard going up into Altadena. But because I lived on West Harriet and not East Harriet, I used to have to catch the bus to Pasadena High School. I used to go to PHS, Blair, Marshall, and John Muir. Those were the 4 major high schools in the Pasadena Unified School District. I hear y'all major gangs and yeah. I mean, I graduated from HS, but I had, I knew when I joined the Army in '89 and I was in Germany. Hey man, Zoom. Pasadena was old money, and a lot of people don't realize that. That Tournament of Roses parade. I remember when I joined the Army in '88. I remember I came back. I want to say it was towards the middle to the end of '89. I took 30 days leave, and they had turned the mall into the Paseo. Yeah, well, Blair High School had fine girls. You know what Muir had, Zoom? Muir had the athletes, bruh. Muir had the best baseball team, football team, basketball team. Yeah, Jackie Robinson. Hey, man, my man Zoom in the building. You're absolutely right. Jackie Robinson is from Pasadena. Matter of fact, on Los Robles, you got the Jackie Robinson Community Center in the park is right there. He's from, he's from Pasadena. Pasadena is old money. When I came back, they had shut down the mall in Pasadena, and they had totally redesigned it, changed it, and they started calling it the Paseo on Colorado. And then they had Old Town Pasadena. So now, see, when I was in high school, we used to go down the Pasadena Freeway. We used to hit the harbor, and then we hop over on the 10, and we used to go down La Brea and all of that. We used to go all the way out to Westwood, Magic Johnson City, UCLA. That's where we used to go hang out. But when I came back in '89, Pasadena had all of the Old Town. Pasadena was the spot that everybody was hanging out. People were coming from LA because of the Rose Parade. They gonna never ever let that city go down the drain. And what people don't realize is Pasadena is right next to what? Glenwood. Um, you're right next to Glenwood, and you're right next to Burbank on the 134. Right? Because the movies, all of the studios are in Burbank. They're not in Hollywood. Right off the 134. So a lot of the producers, directors, people that work in movies, TVs, and radios live in Pasadena. And y'all can pay me for that nugget later. Yeah, I just showed that. Bruh, people are getting tired of the states. People getting tired of the stress and the drama. It's taking 11 to 13 weeks now for you to get your passport. Expedited is something like 7 to 9 weeks. So one guy sitting back saying that he don't want to be called a passport, bro, you think that's going to stop the movement? Again, my oldest son is 31 years old. I have a 28-year-old daughter. I have a 23-year-old son. So I got a child that's Austin's age, and I can't tell him shit either. He don't want to listen to me either, but I still love him the same way, Austin. And if you're watching this live, bro, I love you. All you got to do is hit me up, man, if you want to, and we can chop it up. Life ain't always fair. Shit happens. But you have an opportunity, Austin. If don't nobody else say it on their lives, I'll say it on mine. You have an opportunity to make a difference, brother. You have an audience, and that's a big thing for a young black man your age. You have an audience. You have people that listen to you, and you need to capitalize on that. And along with that audience comes a great deal of fucking responsibility, young man. Every country that you've been to, you've had to go through immigration. I'm positive of that. Do you know why you go through immigration? Because you're a fucking guest in that country. You're not a local. You're not a Bahrain. And Zoom knows what I mean by that. That you're not a Bahrain. You're not. Charles T. Airborne, a lot of passports given out means that guys are going over there to start. It seems like, you know what, though? There's already, Charles Airborne, there's already a Western twinge, even here in Cambodia. Certain clubs you go to, you know, and I don't want to get no strike because I ain't gonna play the music, but Dr. DRE, you know, one of his big songs, What About DRE? Right? Everybody know the song I'm talking about. They have a Cambodian version of that song. It has a different name. It has the same beat, everything, but they're rapping in Khmer. Yeah, Eric. You know why the credits read Burbank? Because that's where the goddamn studios are. Pasadena's here, Burbank is here, Hollywood is here, Los Angeles is at the bottom. So all the movies get made in Burbank. Do y'all remember Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2? The police station, that was Pasadena City Hall. They filmed that movie in Pasadena. But yeah, but that culture, that hip hop culture. When I invite my friends over here, my boy Chan Tom and you know my boy Sewer and all of them, all they want to do is listen to Biggie, Dr. Dre. They want to listen to all of that music, so it's already there. Yeah, when I was in Bangkok, it was light year. Yeah, exactly. Eric says, you're an immigrant. You know what? I'm an expat. I'm an expatriate. And there's a difference between that. I can't get citizenship here. At least right now, I don't think I can. I'm not sure. I need to do my homework. I don't think you can. You might be able to buy citizenship in Cambodia, but just to get it, I don't think so. So I'm considered an expat. I'm a Barang. I'm a foreigner. But what I love about Cambodia is the fact that they realize that I'm making an economic impact to the local economy. That's like today when I went out to Angkor Archaeological Park. When you go out to Angkor Wat, it's an archaeological park. You have to go through a ticket checkpoint. There's a ticket checkpoint where they check your ticket, whether you buy a 1 day, 3 day, 5 day, 7 day pass. And they used to have a special pass that was 1 year that cost $200. But now, if you can show that you've lived in Cambodia for 2 or more years, you get a free special pass. So all I had to do was go to a website, upload my passport info and my 2 visas, and I got a 1 year pass for free. Hey, Brooklyn Kid, what's the difference between an expat and an immigrant? An expat is a citizen of another country that chooses to live long term in a different country. An immigrant is someone who's coming to a country to try to secure citizenship. So, in other words, I'm not trying to renounce my American citizenship to become a citizen of Cambodia. I'm an American living in Cambodia on a visa. Okay, Eric, I got you. Not me. But yeah, and that's the difference between an immigrant and an expat. And I got to be honest with you. The Khmer people are wonderful people, man. I love them. The only racism that I've ever felt here is from other people from the West, people from the US, people from England, people from Australia. That's where I felt the racism. It's not the Khmer people. It's not the Cambodian people. You're just not Cambodian. You're not a Khmer. You're a Barang. It's just that goddamn simple. They're not the ones calling you a ninja. You know what I'm saying? It's the white folks from all those other countries that are saying it to you here. It's not them. Charles C says, what I mean by westernized is back in the day, you don't have to worry about the women having the same views. Money never came unless you had no mouthpiece at all. Hey, Charles, honestly, the women here, I'll be lying, and I'm not. I'm gonna keep it 100 on my platform. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't need it. I'd love if you do a consultation, but I don't need it that bad enough to lie to you. That money dynamic goes a little bit different here. First of all, if a woman is going to take you for your money here in Cambodia, it's going to be a hell of a lot less than what that sister going to try to get from you in the States. Charles T, thanks so much, bro. Big shout out to Charles. Charles, I appreciate you, Airborne. And Charles, I follow up on that. Yes, I do see some of that westernization going on with the women here, especially the younger women that are caught up in the Cardi B's, the Meg Thee Stallions, that type of thing. €10. God damn, I appreciate you. But the traditional Asian woman here, Khmer woman here, she wants to make sure that you got rice in the house. Big shout out to Charles T with the €10. She wants to make sure you got rice in the house, that the motorbikes are taken care of, that she's safe. She'll cook, she'll clean, she'll shut the fuck up. She'll just sit there and be right there because she knows that you're going to offer her a better life than she can get on her own, or even get with the average Cambodian dude. Because what happens here in Cambodia, and I've said this before on this platform, there's shout out to Germ A, man. Bruh. Hey, Germany is my first duty station. Thank you so much, man. See what happens here? Kaiserslautern, Massweiler, Pirmasens. That's the area that I was in. Shout out to my man Kenny Coleman who just moved back to Massweiler. I'll be there to see you soon. We can go up to K Town and hang out. Kaiserslautern, Ramstein. What the way it happens here is this: you got a Western guy that's tired of dealing with the community. It's 4,000 real to $1 US, so my money goes further, right? And I got a woman that's going to be kind, submissive, cooperative, cool, because she understands that you're providing a life for her that she would normally not have. And I can live with that. We grown. We can talk about it. Back to my man Zoom. 25 years and younger, slowly getting infected by the matrix virus is coming. Yeah. Look, dude. Zoom, brother. I was on my man God damn it. I can't think of that. Diamond Elite or something like that. I was on his live earlier. Let me look at my history. I'll tell you exactly what his name is. I was on his live earlier, and there was some youngins on there. There was some young bucks on there, and I was just sitting back thinking to myself, like, what were some of these young dudes actually thinking about? The way that they were talking, man. Platinum Elite. I was on his live earlier today. Platinum Elite, shout out to him for having me on. But these young cats, man, are, you know, the you know, like Uncle D said, the super mega simp chip. They were talking about how they had to negotiate with their women. Huh? They were talking in somebody Zoom. This was so funny. Somebody brought up the example of LeBron James's wife Savannah came to him while he was playing a video game and told him that he needed to stop playing the game. And I was like, what? She went and told LeBron he needs to stop playing the game.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Told him he needed to stop playing the game. I never seen Savannah James make a layup. I've never seen her go coast to coast. I've never seen her play in an all-star game. And these young brothers, y'all got to excuse me. And these young brothers were sitting there talking about Zoom. They were talking about, well, you know, she probably wanted him to do something more productive, and he needs to negotiate with her to find out what it's going to take to make her happy. Hell no. And I'm not just capping. Hell no. If I'm LeBron James and we sitting up damn 18,000 square foot in Beverly Hills somewhere, or way up there in Carlsbad or Palisades, shut the fuck up. I'm going to play this game and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Just like right now, my lady was asleep, the phone rang. Those are my new cigars coming from Phnom Penh. She said, baby, I can talk Khmer better than you. When they call you back, give me the phone and I'm going to send one of the girls out to the front gate to go get your package for you. When I went downstairs last week and the refrigerator was dirty, because I'm anal retentive about that goddamn refrigerator. That's some military shit for me. All I did was get on the phone and say, hey, Sim, somebody need to clean that goddamn refrigerator. And the bathroom, I don't know why y'all won't buy a whole bottle of shampoo. Why y'all using them little Pantene little tear packets? Now they all over the floor. That needs to get squared away. And you know what happened? Within 30 minutes, everything was done. You know why? Because I keep the lights on. I pay all the bills. I respect her. I got a 23-year-old daughter here that asked me last night, Papa, is it okay? Can I go out on a date with a guy? Is that okay, Papa? Can I go out? Fuck me up, actually. My daughter would never ask me that in the States. And you know what I did, fellas? I called her mama in the room. And I said, Sim, what do you think? Do you like the little fella? She said, yeah, I like him. I think he's cool because I'm empowering her. When the pillar of life gets too heavy for me, she's there to hold it up and vice versa. So submission does not mean surrender. Submission means she submitted herself to a man that's worthy of being submitted to. You know why I'm a man that's worthy to be submitted to? Because I made my goddamn mistakes. Because I haven't always been the man that I am today at 52 years old. I haven't always been that man, and I own that. I'll take accountability for that. I fell short with my kids. And I'm working hard to repair those relationships. I keep it real over here. I was a shit father to them. I miss recitals. I miss basketball games. I wasn't there for them. But now I get a chance to do it all over again. And I got little Kamai, beautiful Asian grandkids that call me Papa. I get a chance to do that over again. I get the chance to be a good husband now that I know what a good husband is. But that doesn't mean that I got to accept unacceptable behavior back in the matrix. I'm not going to hold no woman at gunpoint to cook me a goddamn meal when you've been sitting at home doing nothing all day. I'm not accepting that. And they can hate me. They can talk bad about me because, see, this is the take that I've taken when it comes from that. When I have those women attack me, you know what I tell them? Sis, God bless you. You're strong, you're independent, and you don't need a man. Good luck to you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not, hey, whatever. Matter of fact, me, BMT, Razor Rays, and Zoom to Thailand got to go to the dusty, crusty, musty, no good broke international conference in Thailand. I got a flight to catch. That's what I tell them. There's absolutely no reason that you have to accept unacceptable behavior. We're not talking about calculus here, man. This shit is simple. Brooklyn Kid, I heard that, the guard from the Warriors. Exactly. What the fuck? $500,000? For what? For what? $500,000 for what, gentlemen? I'm trying to figure that out. Are you serious, Brooklyn? Hit a one in there if you're serious. Hold on, fellas. Bruh, you sit back telling me that he dropped $500,000 on the first date. I can't get it. Hey Zoom, can you elaborate a little bit on what you mean about getting infected with the Matrix virus? I think I know what you mean. But could you tell me a little bit about what you mean by that? Maybe you put that back in there. Thank you. Could you tell me what you mean by that? I think I know what you mean. So Brooklyn Kids, you telling me he dropped 500,000 on the first date? He dropped 500,000. Maybe that's what Zoom to Thailand means. What? Buying her a truck? Buying her a truck.
What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you?
Buying her a truck. Absolutely, Eric. What an idiot. Buying her a truck. 500,000 on the see, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, man. You got a chick coming up on platforms like Kendra G and all of that, you know, and she 5'5", 280. Talking about she wants a fit man. I want a fit man. I want him 6 feet, 6 inches, 6 figures. And she brings none of that to the table. Why should anybody have to settle for that? Yeah. Okay, Zoom. I get you. Hey, Zoom. On a very personal level, I know a young man, smart young man in Atlanta. Diesel mechanic, making good money, lead mechanic. Came to me and he was talking to me about, you know, this young lady that he was involved with. She brought 2 kids to the relationship from another dude. And then they had a child together. And I explained to the brother, let me tell you what your child is. She already got 2 kids by another dude. Let me tell you what your child is. That's the money baby. That's the guilt baby. Because as long as you take care of the baby that y'all got together, you got to take care of the mother 2 crumb snatchers. And why is it at 30 years old, you're bringing all this extra drama in your life? Dealing with baby daddies, dealing with all this other shit. You don't know how much money she's getting from them fathers. She ain't telling you. He told me he didn't know. But you footing the full entire bill. She could be banking all the money that she's getting from there. Because, you know what, Zoom, and you might, you might agree or not agree, but I think that a lot of these young men that are coming up are some of those son husbands. They were raised by women to the point that they think from a women's perspective. And let me tell you what I mean by that. My grandmother ran our house when I was young, but she let my granddaddy think that he did. My granddaddy probably had a whole nother 2 families across town. And you know, most people don't find out about their stepbrothers and sisters until the funeral. That's when all the shit hit the fan. But even if my grandmother knew that my grandfather was cheating, she kept it classy. Shout out to Big Mom. She kept it classy. She didn't worry about what he did. She kept her side of the street clean. And now these young women call Big Mama stupid. Hey, yeah, Zoom, I heard that. You know, I was here during the pandemic. I was stuck in the Philippines for 4 months. But when I got back here, like I want to say it was like June of 2020, I got back to Cambodia. And they were talking about Pattaya, Thongpuri. They were talking about Pattaya. and they were talking about all the like video like little rooms and shit where they were doing the video chat. So I think that some of that might have been the Only Man thing in Thailand. Yeah, they shut it down. But see, but now, whenever you talk to a woman and she sits back and says that she's an entrepreneur, you got to ask, are you showing your cakes on OnlyMans? That's what entrepreneur means now for them. Right, son husbands. I saw a Kendra G Zoom where this little dude, I mean, dude couldn't have been no more than like 12 years old. I don't even think he was a teenager. And he sat back and said, if you want some of my mama's cookies, you got to come talk to me. And I was like, huh? What did he say? He said, my mom got that, my mom got that good. And if you want some of this, then you got to come talk to me first.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Son husbands. I just seen Via brother date told me he's gonna pay her kids out to eat. He went to a restaurant, kitchen, told him to split the bill. Absolutely. I bounce on their ass too. She better watch me because I'm out. I'll go back through the service entrance. Yeah, a lot of them have feelings like, yeah, bruh. Listen, the son husbands are starting to become in their 20s. And they look at everything from a woman's standpoint. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. This is a no cap zone, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love to play golf. Matter of fact, I'm playing in Valentine's. If y'all ever heard of it. I know Zoom has heard of it, right? Zoom. It's that whiskey, the alcohol thing. Right up here at Pakithra Country Club, the Sofitel, that's owned by the same dude that owns Chang Beer. He owns the Sofitel hotels here. I'm a special guest of Sofitel. I'm playing in that golf tournament tomorrow. And when I sit back and say that you rarely leave there sober because Valentine's is laying it out on every hole. It's a very high-end tournament. Costs you a couple $100 to play. Now, my wife knows how much I love golf. If I pan this camera right here, it's blurred, but right up there on that wall, right up here on that wall is nothing but Titleist hats. It's nothing but Titleist hats. And I got my golf balls I bought back from the state over there. I got another set of clubs over there. She knows that that's where I gain my enjoyment from. Now, if my wife ever had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to sit back and tell me that I couldn't go play golf, guess what? I'm going to show my black ass. Now, I might come home and have to deal with the consequences of showing my black ass, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. God damn it, I'm going to do it. You're not going to embarrass me. You're not going to grab my nuts in front of everybody. Not going to happen. But she would never do that. And you got these son husbands now that were coddled and babied by their mothers to grow up and be young little bitchs. That's exactly what they are. When I was on that panel tonight, he was like, hey, brother Ed, I hear you. I hear you, Ed Travels, but you got to negotiate with these women. Negotiate. What we got to negotiate? The only thing me and my wife negotiate is what we gonna have for dinner tonight and where do you want to go on vacation? That's one of the few things we negotiate. Period. The way that I show her now I'm gonna hold men accountable right here. The way that I show her that I'm a man worthy of being submitted to, nobody goes hungry in my house. Matter of fact, her 19-year-old son had about 6 friends over here last week. Their parents work in the tourism, either they're tour guides or they're tuk-tuk drivers or they're whatever, but they falling on hard times. Cambodia, just like Thailand, is trying to come back. These kids were hungry. So I say, you know what? Cook a meal for every goddamn body. Look, Here's some real. I got some Cambodian real right here. Go to the store, go buy some chicken, some whatever the hell it is. You know, we already got 2 big trash cans full of rice because these people down here eat rice like honey badgers. Yeah, Zoom. Zoom, let me show you something, pimpin'. Let me show you something. I want you to tell me who this guy is. I'm going to show you this. Let me show you how much I was into golf. And I play golf all the time. I play golf all the time. So I'm going to show y'all this because, like I said, it ain't about, this and that. I'm going to show you this right here. So everybody within the sound of my voice, like the pastor said, I want y'all to see this. This is how much I love golf.
Charlie Pierce, who wrote the GQ piece years ago, and he wrote it recently, that even back then, there were certain things that were understood, he says, about Tiger on out there on the golf course and on the golf tour. What was the level of apprehension and maybe tiptoeing around topics for the media? And I'm not even talking about personal behavior, but just dealing with Tiger Woods because he was so hot and you needed that access.
Have y'all seen that guy before?
You didn't want to be the writer or the journalist that sort of got on Tiger's bad side, because he could freeze you out in an interview. And a lot of Tiger's interviews were very scripted.
See, these are my ESPN days.
He kept it about
the 3 years that I did golf commentary for ESPN.
Ropes, but you never really wanted to push
the 9 Masters that I covered, the U.S. Open, the British Open, the PGA Championship. I worked as a golf writer for years.
Around him and being very, very careful about what you asked him about.
And Bob, what I would say here is that, things have changed. The TMZ.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I did for a living. And see, it wasn't just one time. It wasn't just one time. This is Dustin Johnson, the 2010 PGA.
Golf tournaments and championships. I have never, ever seen a scene where you had spectators standing in a bunker that was in play as a bunker.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he looks like me, Brooklyn Kid, because that is me. I did commentary. I was a senior editor of the African American Golfers Digest. Go check it out. AfricanAmericanGolfersDigest.com. The Burt Cook. Our office was on 38 Fulton Street, downtown Manhattan, New York. So I covered every major golf tournament. I've traveled probably to every major golf hotspot. And well, yeah, I was younger. This is back in 2010, so I was like 40. But that's how much golf means to me. I can call Adidas. I can call Adidas right now and say, hey, I'm going to do a review of your latest Tour 360 golf shoes. They'll send me a pair. Vice Golf sent me 5 dozen Vice Pro golf balls to review for them. I worked in this industry. I covered the Masters at Augusta National. I walked all 91 holes with Tiger Woods in 2008 at Torrey Pines inside the ropes. Big shout out to my man, Pete McDaniel, senior writer. Well, you asked me, Zoom. You asked me, bruh. It's very rare. It is very rare. It's very rare, Zoom, that I get a chance to flex, but that still doesn't define me. I was just blessed enough that this black woman in New York who was starting a black golf magazine liked the article that I wrote about golf and gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to meet Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino. I got to meet all these people. I caddied Let me see if I got that somewhere. But I caddied on the senior tour. There was a while that I caddied for Lee Elder on the senior tour. I caddied for him. And anybody that's a golfer knows who Lee Elder is. Lee Elder broke the color barrier at the Masters. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Since I'm flexing, I might as well just go ahead and flex. Let me see if StreamYard will let me share this. Let me share the screen. Nah, it won't. But I caddy for Lee Elder on the senior tour. So I was a caddy as well. But with all that being said, enough about me. With all that being said, is that my wife knows how much I love golf and how much golf means to me. So we're not gonna have that issue. You said you played in San Antonio, the Dominion. I've never played there. I've never had a chance. But fellas, it's getting to be about 1:00 here in Cambodia. I want to send a special shout out to Zoom to Thailand for joining my live. Akun Trang Bong, thank you so much. Brooklyn the Kid, Eric, all y'all for listening to my shit. I'm going live again tomorrow after my golf tournament if I'm able to. If I have too much Valentine's, we'll do it the next day. I just want to let you brothers know, thank you so much for your love and support. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. To every last one of you. To Charles T. in Germany, airborne all the way. I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. Be safe and love yourself. Peace.